Hello my darlings and welcome back to Spooky Witches UK. How are we all? Are we okay? Today I'm going to be telling you the story of the Hawaiian night marches. But before I do, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you get post notifications of when I've uploaded. Let's get into it. So, in Hawaii, the night marchers are the deadly ghosts of ancient Hawaiian warriors. And on the nights honouring the Hawaiian gods Kane, Ku and Lono, or on the night of Kanaloa, I want to say, they are said to come from the burial sites or to rise from the ocean and march to the ancient Hawaiian battlegrounds or sacred places. Legend says that these night marchers are the normal sized people, well, spirits, I wouldn't say people, but spirits, and they're dressed for battle, like with their armour and the weapons and such. Oh my lord, these eyeshadows are so hard to work with. Weapons such as spears and clubs, some that are beating drums, some that are blowing on conch shells, because they announced their advancing march. Not gonna lie, I was reading this before, it kind of freaked me out a little bit. So yeah. Basically, legend also states that they advance in the air. They don't touch the ground at all. They just levitate, if you will, if that's a want for a better word. Yeah, so they leave no evidence of the visit and they do not touch the ground. So, they march in the darkness just after sunset until, they continuously march in a group until just before sunrise. They never break formation. Never. And they march continuously until sunrise. Sorry, there will be a pause in the video. Kid came downstairs, he's currently off school, isolating. So yeah, so they never break formation and they will continuously march until just before sunrise. Now, if you live along their path, you're supposed to get inside quickly. You're supposed to get inside quickly. You may hear chanting, you may hear the drums, you may hear the conch shells. But you'll hear these sounds supposedly throughout the night. Now, mortal people must go inside. They must stay there all night. They must lay on the ground and not look at these night marches. Because they say that if you see one of the night marchers, like, or they see you looking at them, you will either come to harm or, even worse, death. Which is a scary notion, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I just realised I'm sat there with my gob open yet again. So yeah, it says you have to lie on the floor and not look up in case the night marchers see. Because if they see, people fear that they will come to harm or, even worse, death. And that was, like I said, I'm not going to lie, I was kind of scared reading this. Like, it's a scary thought. Now, the night marchers usually appear at night. However, they can appear during the day if they're escorting a dying relative home, back to the spirit world, which is kind of sweet. The ancient Hawaiian beliefs state that a mortal who looks at the night marchers are defiant and disrespectful and will die a violent death. So, some people maintain, I can't bloody see. Sorry guys, I'm going to go a bit silent whilst I do this. Because I'm as blind as a bloody bat. And I can't see a damn thing. Ow. It's a nightmare doing eyeliner. I bloody hate doing eyeliner. Because one mistake and you have to redo the whole bloody thing. And I can't twist to get it right in corner of my bloody eye. Like I can with the other eye, because I'm left-handed. Right. I will be back in a moment. I'm just going to sharpen these lines. I am back. So, yeah, so ancient Hawaiians believe that any mortal who looks upon the night marchers are defiant and disrespectful, and some people maintain that those who lay motionless on the floor and don't look will be spurred. Also, if you can also be spurred if one of the night marchers recognises you, if you've got an ancient ancestor who was a night marcher, if they recognise you, they will shout mine. I will put the word on the screen because I don't want to butcher any of this, because I love learning about Hawaii and the culture and such. But basically, in effect, if they shout mine, no one in the warrior procession will harm you, because obviously you belong to one of them. If you plant living cordyline shrubs around your home, it will keep evil spirits away, and the night marchers will also avoid the area, apparently. Do you know, I was like, I've just finished blending my foundation. No, I've not. I've got a big bloody line down my nose. Oh, I need a little bit more. You always think you've got enough, but you never bloody do. The ceremony and conduct of the march is tailored to the honoured warrior leader. A Hawaiian king or chief said to be fond of music would be honoured with drumming and chanting. And if they liked the quiet, the march would proceed as quiet as possible. Or if the king or chief did not like to walk, they would be carried in a sling by the warriors. You could probably hear my son singing away upstairs. It's like I said, he's off, he's isolating. Because unfortunately there's been a COVID case in his school. So yeah, in ancient Hawaiian law, let me get down to it again, I've lost it now. I need to be more prepared with these videos, I'm telling you. So in ancient Hawaiian law, a king or chief's body parts were thought to be sacred. And they were not to be seen by any mortals. So I'm gonna line that there. I look bizarre right now. There's method to my madness. So yeah. The king or chief's body parts were thought to be sacred. So they were not to be looked upon by mortals at all. Just by looking at these, you would be struck by bolts of intense light or flaming heat originating from several of the warriors' eyes. This story just gets more and more bizarre. I love it though, I live for it. Let me just check a blended. Blended to within an inch of my life. So yeah. The mortal who was being punished is usually incinerated instantly, and the bodily remains would turn into vapours and disappear into the night air. So, if a king or chief's face was not to be looked upon, he would usually march at the front. If it was his back, he would march at the back. If none of him was to be seen, he would march among the warriors. There are often Hawaiian gods present for some of the marches. The torches they carry are said to burn brighter if there is a god present. Oh my lord, I don't need that bloody much. I just want to set that a little bit. So yeah, the torches are said to burn brighter if there is a god present. The torches they carry are said to burn brighter if there is a god present. I've just said that 3 times. What is going on with me? I've been up since 5:30, guys. The largest torches are carried 1 at the front, 1 at the back, and 3 within the group. And the number of 5 is significant in Hawaiian mythology. Right. In the night march, there are usually 6 gods present, 3 male, 3 female. This particular goddess, and I will insert her name here, as like I said before, I can't pronounce it, don't want to butcher it, I don't want to offend anyone, because like these things can be quite important to people, so because this story already scares me, to be honest. I really do not want to butcher it. Like, the story, when you read it, it's quite unnerving. But this goddess is often within the night march. Now, the first thing to be noticed when the night marches are approaching is the sound of the war drums. Just doing my bloody eyeliner. More eyeliner. I live for eyeliner. Can't stand liquid liner, but I live for pencil liner. It's the emo kid in me. Ow. There we go. Just a little bit of bottom liner. I don't like being without bottom liner when I'm doing makeup, to be honest. So yeah, it says the first thing to be noticed when the night marches are approaching is the sound of war drums in the distance, followed by a musky, death-like odour. You will then hear the conch shell as a warning for mortals to get out the way, basically get inside and stay there until dawn. You will also, if you don't hurry up and get inside, you will also see the torches getting brighter. Now, the war drums would be enough for me, mate, I'm telling you. Sorry, I'm trying not to poke myself in the eye because we all know it happens. And even off every video I do, I poke myself in the bloody eye. Gotta be more careful. Just trying to do mascara while you're talking, I'm telling you. So, nothing will stop the night marchers on their march. I'm just doing my bottom shadow again. My bottom lash line. Sticky. So yeah, right. So nothing will stop the night marchers on their march. There is no barrier that they won't go through, and apart from, well, obviously apart from the cordyline shrubs. If you purchase a house and the front door and the back door line up, that is apparently a lost path of the night marchers. So you're supposed to get as far away as possible and lie prone to the floor and just do not look at them. Because if you block the way, death is sure to occur. But as stated previously, a way to ensure your safety is obviously if you have an ancient ancestor of one of these night marchers, one of these warriors, who will shout mine, you will not be harmed. The night marchers are the vanguard to the sacred king, chief or chiefess, who usually have a high station in Hawaiian life. So yeah, I'm going to put some links in the description. Definitely go check out this story, it's a really good story. But there are different, obviously with everything, there's different versions of this story. but definitely check it out. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. It looks like a really beautiful place, and I am going to go one day. I've just got to get over my fear of flying first. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's story, guys. Let me know what you think. And other than that, I will see you guys on Saturday at 5 o'clock. I love you all, and as always, stay spooky, witches!